Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly reading. This is for the week of 23rd to the 29th of March 2020. Just to mention about the cards, and I'm going to talk about the astrology as always, but then the card piles are for the water sign, so based on your element for rising or sun sign. So this is water signs, the first pile for Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces. The second pile is for the air signs, Aquarius, Libra or Gemini. The third pile here is for the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. And the last pile is for the fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries and Leo. Alright, so I'm going to get into the astrology for this week. We continue with some very intense energies, which we've obviously been seeing playing out in the world. And I posted about this on my Instagram and Facebook, if you follow me there, I posted a video back in 2017 on my main channel, Starlight Oracle, so not this channel, a different channel, which is my main channel for astrology, where I spoke about Saturn-Pluto conjunction coming January 2020 and the start of some massive changes to the structure of society. That's exactly what I said, and even though I personally didn't know exactly what that would look like, I knew something big was going to happen, and I'm not the only one that knew that. Many astrologers that are experienced astrologers talked about this, have known about this. So if you wanted to watch my video about where I predicted that, go to, as I said, my main channel, Starlight Oracle. There are two Saturn in Capricorn videos, so make sure you watch the right one. It's the one that's titled Saturn in Capricorn Global and for all signs. And you'll see that the date stamp is November 2017. If you go into that video and click forward to 4 minutes, 6 minutes and 7 minutes, you'll see where I talk about what's happening now in a general sense. But yeah, it's just if you're interested in that. So let's talk about the astrology for this week. Very intense energies with Saturn changing signs. So Saturn changes signs every 2 to 3 years, and we've just had Saturn in Capricorn, which, you know, has had a lot of, it's its home sign, but it's had a lot of change with it, and a lot of very much focus on work and getting ahead for a lot of people. A lot of people have been working hard for the last few years, in particular, in a very intensive way. Some very tough lessons with Saturn in Capricorn. Now Saturn's moving into Aquarius, which I personally feel, even though things are very strange in society at the moment, and there's, you know, a lot of people are experiencing anxiety, which is totally understandable in the collective. Saturn into Aquarius, I feel, is kind of a breath of fresh air after the heaviness of Capricorn. Now, you may be thinking, well, it's not a breath of fresh air, what's going on now? True, and as I said, you know, there's different perspectives on how to look at what's happening now, of course, and, you know, even myself, I've had moments of concern, thinking about, you know, paying rent, and, you know, if, you know, finances, if, you know, things change, you know, it could be quite scary, but I do feel, even despite those thoughts, I do feel a deeper sense of hope, and there is a reset going on a deeper level and on a spiritual level. So it is a very interesting time for a lot of people, and I definitely, you know, suggest not to get stuck in fear, because that's when you make choices and reactions that are not, you know, the best. It's better to sort of, yeah, everyone's going to have anxiety, but when it comes to making decisions about your life, try to take a rational, you know, approach to things. I think that will be helpful, especially with Saturn in Aquarius. Aquarius representing, you know, the mind and thinking and the collective in terms of groups of people, friends, where you have support within groups. But this Saturn into Aquarius, I'm just going to quickly mention the signs that it's going to affect the most, and how it's going to affect you. So first of all, I'll just say, because Saturn's only just gone into Aquarius, it's only going to be from 0 to 1 degree, so very early in Aquarius, through to July 2nd. So the signs that are going to be affected are only those born at the beginning of the signs that I'm mentioning. So for Aries, Saturn in Aquarius makes a positive angle or sextile angle to your sun or rising in Aries, or moon even. So what this is doing for you guys, for Aries, is facilitating smooth changes in your life, where there's not, there is change, but it's like you can go with the flow of that change. And of course, you always look at your whole chart to know what else is going on, but this is just something to help you along if you don't know your whole chart. For Taurus, Saturn in Aquarius makes a square aspect, so that this is more of a challenging angle. Again, it's only going to affect early born Tauruses until July 2nd, when then Saturn retrogrades back into Capricorn. So Tauruses have some adjustments to make in their life and some changes, but you know, a square is not a bad angle. It just means that there is some changes and some challenges that you have to navigate, and it will help you grow. It trines for Geminis, so that's good. Geminis get a positive, supportive energy from Saturn in Aquarius, helping you to make change, helping you to stabilize your life. So there should be quite a lot of stability for Geminis. For Leo, it's an opposition, and sorry, I'm not going through all the signs. The reason why, like I didn't mention Cancer, because it doesn't really make any significant angle. I'm just mentioning the significant angles that Saturn in Aquarius will make. Opposition to Leo, so you will be challenged, Leos, in some ways with other people or situations where you have to make changes. Trine for Libra, which is nice. So Saturn in Aquarius trines with Libra, supportive energy there, helps you to get stability into your life. Don't get too complacent with that angle. Sometimes with the trine you can sort of hang back and wait too long for things to happen, but definitely maximize opportunities around you, Libra, and you'll see a lot of growth with this Saturn into Aquarius. Scorpio, it's a square angle, same as with Taurus, so it is challenging you to make changes in your life, but again, this will help you to grow. Sagittarius is the sextile, like with the Aries people, so that's a supportive angle which will help changes flow into your life. Capricorns, it's just a semi-sextile, which is a very minor aspect, hardly worth mentioning, but Capricorns have got too much going on anyway with Pluto and Jupiter in their sign, and then Saturn retrograding back into Capricorn. And for Aquarius, it's a conjunction, so big changes in the life of Aquarians, especially these next few months. If you're an early born Aquarius, Sun, Moon or Rising, expect significant life changes. Alright, so the other stuff going on, that was about Sun in Aquarius. The other stuff going on is a new moon in Aries this week on the 24th, and this new moon in Aries is at 4 degrees of Aries, and it conjuncts with Chiron, which is about healing. So if you have anything around 4 degrees of Aries, you know, this could be a bit challenging in some way, but there is a healing in this for you. You may feel some self-doubt or some fear with the new moon conjunct Chiron affecting you, but there is a change coming for you, and it's a positive change. This is also very beneficial for Leos and Sagittarius with this new moon in Aries. The new moon in Aries, you know, it just happens just a few days after the equinox, and you know, with this at the same time as pretty much as Saturn going into Aquarius. So this is a week of huge change for a lot of people. Continuing on, you know, as we can see what's going on in the world at the moment, so everyone's experiencing this, but for Aries in particular, early born Aries, this is massive change. 25th, the Sun conjuncts with Aries, so that's this week on the 25th. So there might be something difficult on the 25th for a lot of people, in particular Aries people. On the 26th, though, Venus trines Jupiter in Earth signs, so from Taurus to Capricorn. So there could be for some people, some material abundance that comes through on the 26th of March. But this week, this energy shows energy of a new start with the new moon. The new moon in Aries is very good for setting goals and intentions for your future. Even if you're not sure what's going to happen, you know, it is a good time to think, what do I want for myself? What do I want for my life? And really focus on that. And it is a good energy for manifestation as well. Let's have a look at the water signs. So this is, as I said, Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer. Surrender to non-action. Well, isn't that appropriate for what we're going through? For a lot of people are in self-isolation, or I don't know if you can see that card. I might have to pick up the camera here. Surrender to non-action for the water signs. And the card reads, now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So it's a bit of an energy of letting go and trusting in a process. It's a very spiritual energy on that card, I feel. So going within, maybe for Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, maybe meditation, going within. You also have forgiveness here, so there is an energy here of working on forgiveness issues with maybe with a particular person or in general. You have the crystal Chariot. It's mentioned spiritual protection. So you are protected during these changes, and so don't let fear and emotions get the better of you. You guys also have the 9th house of faith. Well, how appropriate. So it is time for the water signs to really tap into your inner faith about what's happening at the moment. But there is something to do with forgiveness, whether it's to do with yourself or others, and allow, with the surrender to non-action, allow this change to happen and go with the flow and trust that there is a higher purpose going on here. This is for, I'm going fast because my battery is low, sorry about that, guys. This is for the air sign. So you have healing. Wow. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Rhodochrosite, this is about heart healing. Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. Yep. And the last card is Uranus, genius. Wow. So you're going to have the The air signs you're going to have, interesting because Uranus rules Aquarius, which is an air sign. You're going to have some ideas come through that are inspirational, that are going to help you, and there could be something about working with other people here in some positive way, even though people are in self-isolation. It might be online because Uranus relates to technology. There's healing for you this week, air signs, and you need to let go of old views and perspectives that no longer help you, that no longer relate to your life right now. You may be limiting yourself because of old ideas about your life or yourself that you need to work on changing. The Rhodochrosite card and the healing card together, there's a heart healing for the air signs. Definitely coming into focus this week. Wow. Okay, let's move on to the earth signs. You have a rebirth. So this is Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus. Surrender to rest and sleep. I know that relates to me, and I'm a Taurus. My God, I didn't sleep at all last night, like 2 hours or so, and I have not been sleeping lately, and I don't know why. It happens sometimes. Sagittarius, I see. So you may be dealing with a Sagittarius if you're an earth sign, or you may be tapping into your high perspective. The rebirth card is very beautiful for you guys. For the earth signs, there is big change going on in your life. There's a transformation at play here, and there's some unexpected elements I'm getting that you won't sort of see coming, but not in a bad way. It's allowing you to transform and have perhaps a perception this week that you are going through a rebirth. And I'm seeing butterflies, so there's something about change, transformation, the cocooning period that, you know, the caterpillar goes through before it emerges as the butterfly with the rebirth card. Balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. So, ametrine, yes. So you're balancing your inner self. If you feel like you're too much in your masculine energy, you know, you might be feeling a bit aggressive or a bit angry or a bit too sort of forceful in some energetic way. Come back to balance. If you feel like you're too passive, you may need to bring more creative, proactive, action-focused energy into your life in some way. Sagittarius is saying for you, earth signs, see the bigger picture this week and have faith, because that's what Sagittarius is about. All right, last one is for the fire signs. So, wow, fiery energy here with leadership, which is very fiery. Definitely the fire signs have strong leadership energy. Surrender to your soul's path. There is a higher destiny going on with what's happening at the moment, and it's reminding you of that. There's something that you can take direction with or push forward with the fire signs that is showing your leadership abilities and showing your skills to help others perhaps in some way, I feel. Amethyst. Interesting, because amethyst is very connected to Sagittarius. So if you're a Sagittarius, there may be a special message about amethyst, which is to do with the third eye and working possibly with that crystal or the color purple. Revealing your true self. Yes, as you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel love for who you truly are. Yeah, so there's something about really being yourself, stepping into your authentic power. I feel like that's very connected. I put it with the leadership card. You are really tapping into your purpose in some way this week. For the fire signs, and you also, fire signs have water element sensing, so you may be dealing with some other people's emotions or your own emotions this week that are a bit sensitive, fire signs. So you may be sensing things, intuiting things, feeling a connection with certain people like family, your background, roots, your ancestors, because it's the 4 energy, which reminds you of the 4th house in astrology. There's a very spiritual energy here for the fire signs this week, and there's something about tapping into your purpose and surrendering to your soul's path, which is saying you may have feelings this week like you're tapping into something deeper to do with your purpose, okay? If you'd like a personal reading with me, go to the link below to my online store. Thank you so much, everybody, and I wish everyone a fantastic week, and take care out there, and try to keep your thoughts positive and your energy and your vibration high. Take care. Bye.